Hey guys, and welcome back to Literally Heinous Love Island recap, the finale. We've got Zoe back from Spain.
Regularly scheduled programming.
For the last time. Okay, we just finished the finale. Craziness, a little bit disappointed, but overall, how are you feeling about the season?
Season was good. Really hot people this season, which was really nice to see. You know, that's half the reason I watch it, is to see these hot people in bathing suits having fun. The good dose of drama all season. I think we ended on a high note with just like overall just like love in the villa. Everyone got along by the end, which is nice to see. Definitely like, you know, since we've watched the finale, we've been able to go on Twitter and whatever to see what other people think. And like I've read a few articles that have said that this season was like not great.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
I'm kind of surprised by, because I enjoyed it, but I guess like the viewership was really low this season, and I think the general consensus is like it's just like getting old, like the same stuff over and over. Because I mean, they vary it up a little, but they do the same challenges, like the baby thing and Snog, Marry, Pie, like all of those challenges are recycled. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the producers need to like throw a spanner in the works.
Yeah, I feel like they're so creative though. I mean, this was my first Love Island, so this was all new to me, but I feel like they were so creative with like the twists and the turns and the challenges and like all the things that they made them do. And I've also seen some people asking them to like bring back more drinking, which would be intense.
Yeah. I don't know why they took it away in the first place. I think maybe just because it was like sloppy a little bit.
Yeah, and I guess because they're like not their real selves when they're like drunk, you know?
Yeah, but brings on more drama.
I know. So we'll start with the like final ranking. So of course we have our winners. Drum roll, please. Much to our chagrin, Kai and Sanam.
Yeah, not crazy about them. We definitely were going for Tom and Sammy as winners.
Yeah.
So it was a little disappointing, but they grew on us.
Yeah, they definitely did. I did like see their connection. I was never like a huge Kai stan to begin with.
Yeah, and never a huge Sanam stan either, like separately.
Yeah, and just watching them together, like they never made me laugh. I don't know, I wasn't like going to bat for them, but I guess like towards the end, like on their dates and like with their families, I could really see like how they were compatible.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, I kept hearing like the whole season throughout that like the Brits love Kai and Sanam. And I was always like shocked. I was like, really? They seem so boring to me.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that too. Like, they're cute and like sweet and everything, but I don't know, there's no like fire under my butt for them, you know?
Yeah. So their family date was actually really cute. Like her mom was there, Sanam's mom. And she seemed tough. She seemed like a tough cookie. And then I guess Sanam's dad died, which is really sad, but we never heard about that.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah.
Tearing up a little.
These last like week was a lot of emotions. It was kind of boring, some of it. Like, not gonna lie, we were scrubbing.
Yeah, those final dates got the most scrubbing.
Yeah.
Because if it's not Tom and Sammy, we don't really care. Like,
Tam and Sami. We keep saying Tam and Sami or like Tommy and Sam. Yeah. Like, we could not get it straight. But yeah, the dates were just like kind of boring. Like, it's the same conversations over and over. Like, I don't know.
Especially for people like Shaq and Tanya who like have said it all, kind of.
Yeah.
They haven't really left anything to be said in the end, because they literally said I love you in like the second week. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing like new and exciting to like gather from their date. Whereas like I think with Sammy and Tom or like Ron and Lana, there is a little bit more like to be heard from them, I guess.
Yeah, and even with like Sanam and Kai, I guess there was more, but like you just could not pay me to care about Kai asking Sanam to be official. Like, but they seem nice. Like, they are genuinely nice people, and I think that they're like good Love Island winners, because I can see them being like really active in the franchise, like I don't know. Like, I don't know how Love Island does it, but I know for The Bachelor, like, winners, like, you stay relevant in the franchise. You come back for, like, as, like, a consult or, you know what I mean? Like, you do, like, the podcast or, like, you maybe get interviewed on, like, the next seasons or you act as, like, an advisor. So I can see Kai and Sanam staying active.
Yeah, me too.
So second place, we had Lana and Ron.
So cute. When it was the two couples remaining, like, standing up there, I was just really hoping Lana and Ron would win because they had such a nice arc, like, throughout the whole show. We went back and watched some episodes, and also, like, obviously they show, like, their, you know, a summary of their time, and it's just, like, really sweet seeing how they were together in the beginning and, like, how they both just, like, kept getting drawn back to each other. And I think, like, if they had won, it would have really, like, you know, tied the circle all together.
Yeah, like, watching back with Ron, like, we were watching an earlier episode. I can't remember the bombshell that came in. Maybe it was Zara, but Ron was... Did I just say Tom? I meant Ron. But Ron was basically saying, like, yeah, like, she's turning my head, whatever, but, like, I just keep coming back to Lana, and, like, it's so true. And they really did have, like, just a good arc, like, the perfect amount of drama. It was, like, early on enough that we, like, kind of forgot about it. But their reunion at Casa Amor was cute. Tears.
Yeah, that was the cutest one out of all of them. Like, his grin, he just has a great smile. And
she was, like, so nervous when she walked out, and then, like, she didn't realize that he hadn't coupled up. And then when, like, she said, or when Aunt Jemima, whatever her name is, said...
Maya Jemima.
It sounds like Aunt Jemima. When she said Ron is standing there by herself, like, they were so happy. And then that really, like, put an end to, like, the Rana beef. Yeah. And then really that's just what sent them smooth sailing. Ron had some of his own drama, but she stayed loyal with him the whole time. And just watching them was adorable. And, like, their families were so cute. And
yeah, their family visit was really sweet. Just, like...
That, like, might have been my favorite family visit.
Yeah. Just, like, smiles all around and just, like, you know?
Yeah.
Heartwarming.
It was heartwarming. And even, like, Lana's mom was, like, super forgiving. And she, like... She said something like, you know, he came into Love Island to, like, play the field. And he played the field, but, like, ultimately came back to Lana. And it was nice that she understood that.
Yeah.
So I wanted them to win where I wanted them. They landed right where I wanted them, I guess.
Yeah. If it was between Kai and Sanam and Ron and Lana, I would have wanted Ron and Lana to win. But whatever.
You know where our loyalties lie.
Yeah.
So in third place, very unfortunately,
King and Queen,
Sammy and Tom. That is my William and Kate.
Absolute loves of our life. Like, can't get over it.
Yeah, I mean, they are, like... They're perfect. And I kind of knew in my heart that they weren't going to win.
I, like, really thought they might. Because they were just so hot.
I know, but we can't trust these Brits. These Brits don't know anything.
I saw in one article someone was like, yeah, the producers were clearly, like, trying to, like, garner towards Sammy and Tom winning. But, like, kind of had them up on a like, they got the best date and, like, whatever.
They did get the best date. Which date would you have want to go on? Because there was, like, the Will and Jesse's, like, country date. There was Kai and Sanam's gothic date. The Ferrari date with Sammy and Tom. The mosquito date in the pond with Lon and Rana.
I would have maybe wanted... Well, did Sammy and Tom have music? Yeah, there was, like, a harp player or something.
Yeah, I think so. Because Lon and Rana, whatever. They got that.
Not say their
name. I literally can't.
Tongue twister to say their names.
They got that whole, like, chorus.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, like, awkward.
I would have been, like, feeling weird, like, having this whole group of people sing just to me.
Yeah, because then you, like, really got to, like, dance and cheer because it's, like, just you.
Put on a show.
What was Shaq and Tanya's?
We literally didn't even watch it.
Yeah, I don't think we watched that one.
Don't know. I don't remember because we saw that they were going on a date and we're like, nah.
Scrub through it. Because, like, what is there to see that, like, we haven't already seen? What conversation hasn't been conversed?
Right.
But, yeah, I would definitely pick Sammy and Tom's because she looked incredible in that red dress.
Yeah, and it was just, like, scenery, everything. He was incredible.
Yeah.
Their family visit was sweet, too. I mean, literally anything he does, I will enjoy to watch. Like, yeah. I like him like tearing up and his little like when he would do and his mom and like when he was like trying not to cry, I was just like
And the fact that he's like a mama's boy, he's like a sister's boy, like you can just tell when certain men like have sisters or like a close relationship with their mom.
Yeah.
Like they just have a different air about them, and Tom is such like a girl's boy.
Yeah, he is. He's shown that throughout the show, like with his friendship with Claudia and like just how he's handled everything and how like snuggly and affectionate he is. Like he's just a perfect male
Like
specimen.
he wouldn't get weirded out by periods or anything like that. Like Tom would like totally get it, you know?
Yeah.
Like he would get you chocolate and like all of that. But he was so cute with his mom, and like Sammy's family was there. Her sister looked just like her too, which was really interesting to see. But I really liked their families together. So then we got Shaq and Tanya at the bottom.
Unsurprising.
Not really surprising. Apparently they only got 2% of the votes.
Yeah, apparently the public was like up in arms that they somehow made it to the final over Jesse and Will because it relied on like a villa vote instead of a public vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were not in favor for the British public.
I still like have a soft spot for Tanya.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't like hate her guts. I mean, like clearly she and Shaq are like really sweet together and stuff. It just was like, you know, a rocky road.
It was a rocky road. I feel like her DMs are probably like, you know, a bunch of death threats.
Yeah.
And
probably.
people are saying to me, like, do you still like Tanya? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, like, she didn't kill someone.
Yeah, she didn't have the villain arc that Olivia did.
I know. And, like, at the end of the day, like, Tanya did fuck over Shaq, and she was, like, kind of a brat about it. But, like, it only lasted, like, 3 episodes, and then everything went back to normal. She never annoyed me again. Like, Olivia constantly annoyed me.
Yeah.
Also, I will take this as a time to publicly say and revoke any positive thing I said about Olivia. I'm humiliated.
She's horrible. And we even went back to the like beginning episodes where we were standing her and like watching them from that new perspective of not liking her. We were like, how did we ever enjoy what she was saying, what she was doing? Like everything she said and did was so cringe and like awful.
I'm truly so embarrassed, and I would just like to apologize and like really hope that I can work my way back to it. Like Olivia was just always a pain in the ass to watch. Tanya, you know, she made some mistakes. She handled it poorly. She was kind of a brat. She was kind of a drama queen. But once that resolved, like...
Yeah, she makes Shaq happy, which makes us happy.
Their family encounter was definitely like the most awkward.
Yeah.
And if I were Tanya, like I would be shit-talking my pants. Like, and when Shaq was like, you're lucky I brought my nicer sister.
I know. I feel like it could have gone worse too. Like in any other show, I think they would play up that drama a lot more, but it was very like mild, you know, like, I don't know. There was that just like awkwardness there, but I think they'll get over it.
And I like how Tanya's mom and auntie, I think it was her mom that came. Definitely like her auntie.
Yeah, it was her mom and her aunt.
But they were like, when Tanya brought back Martin, I fell out of my chair.
Yeah.
And like, they were saying like, we'll give her a slap for you.
Yeah,
so like,
they were sweet.
Yeah, they were funny. And they obviously love Shaq because like, how could you not?
Yeah.
So all's well that ends well with that. And then we had Will and Jesse. Obviously, they didn't make it to the final, but we still want to discuss.
Yeah. I really think, like, the show would have been better concluded if they were in the final because they were such big characters in the villa. And just having that, like, roundup of, like, you know, just, like, that closure for them, I guess. Because, like, Will was such a big, like, funny personality. And Jesse was always, like, everyone's therapist, basically.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been sweet. And I would have liked to hear their little, like, vows for each other or whatever. Would have been sweet to see. So, meh.
I know. I wish that they had replaced Shaq and Tanya. But I don't know. I'm not, like, losing sleep over it. Watching Will's family, I loved seeing his dad and brother.
Yeah, that was really cute. You could definitely, like it was just, like, the dynamic was so Will. Like, you're like, okay, so that's where he came from.
I know. Like, I could watch them interact with their families all day. Like, I wish every family got their own episode. Because, like, I would watch the full thing.
Yeah. Make the family parts longer than the final epic dates.
Yeah, the epic dates, like, okay, if you're listening in, like, let me know. Like, do you care about the epic dates? Because, like, what the fuck? Like, we're just going to watch them, like, do something dumb and like talk about their feelings.
Yeah, it's just like not giving anything more than we've already seen.
Or if you're gonna do it, like, I want to hear their normal conversation. Like, I don't want to hear like them recapping their love experience or like talking about their feelings. Like, I want to hear them talking about like their pet peeves or like their favorite movies. Like, I love hearing them talk about their personal lives.
Yeah.
Because, like, anytime we get to do that, it's such a treat. Or, like, I love unseen bits because I love all the, like, weird conversations that they have. Like, Ron knows so many, like, animal facts. Mm-hmm. And also, what did Lana say? That was so dumb.
Oh, she said birds don't have gravity.
Oh, my God.
She was like, yeah, they fly. They don't have gravity because they fly. And he's like, well, they have wings.
And she's like, yeah, but they fly. And he's like, well, sometimes they walk. And she's like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, she's definitely got a couple screws loose.
Yeah.
But I still love her.
Yeah, no, she's sweet. It's okay.
So, Zoe, what would you have picked as, like, your top 5?
I would have wanted...
Oh, wait, but let me open up the doors to, like, any couples in the house.
Any couples? Like, ever?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In season 9.
I'm happy with the final 5. I was like glad that Casey and Rosie left because I could tell, I mean, they've broken up by now. I could tell that like he just like, I did not feel like he liked any girl actually. Like,
because he's literally gay.
Gay for Tom, gay for Will. Yeah. He was just like, gives off like player vibes and just like kind of didn't really care about the girls. Rosie deserved like more than him, I think. And he just, I don't know. I didn't love Casey, so was glad he was gone. I liked Claudia, but obviously there wasn't really anyone there for her. Yeah. So I think like it, you know, everything happens for a reason. So I'm happy with the final 5, but obviously would have wanted the loves of my life to win, Sammy and Tom. We already followed them on Instagram. We followed a Sammy and Tom update account as well.
Yeah, because like the fact that we were missing out on stories for the last 2 weeks.
So much content for them that we haven't seen. We had to catch up. I would have liked them to win, and then maybe like Ron and Lana runner up, and then Kai and Sanam 3rd, Shaq and Tanya 4th. Or, well, Jesse and Will 4th.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I can see that. Kai and Sanam did really grow on me. Yeah. Like, I do enjoy their presence. Like, I'm not mad. The only reason I'm mad is because I wanted Tom and Sammy to win.
And Ron and Lana, I like better than them, too. Yeah. I just can't get over, like, for Sanam, she just, like, is so, like, lame, kind of.
And she has the worst style.
Worst fashion sense. Like, every bathing suit she put on looked like 2012 Target line.
Literally from the Target section.
Espadrilles.
Don't get me started. The espadrille wedges with like the lace ups.
Just so bad. And like Kai was just also like they were both just kind of like lame. Like
they were lame,
which is like fine, but like I don't know. I want my Love Island winners to be like what I aspire for. Yeah. Sammy and Tom.
Yeah, like you could always count on Sanam just wearing something absolutely asinine. Like I don't even remember, was that white dress that she wore? Yeah. Or I guess it was, what white dress am I talking about?
I do know it looked like bridal shower vibes with those like closed-toed shoes.
Oh God, yeah.
That she re-wore for something else.
If you get like all these free clothes and you have like Sammy in there and like Jesse in there to like tell you what to wear, like how are you still rolling up with that awful garb? And weren't they not even picked as worst dressed?
I don't think they were, which is an abomination.
It is literally an abomination.
I think, like Will and Jesse were picked, and like Will's style's never been that like it's out there, but I don't find it terrible. No. And Jesse's fine is just too. So bad. Like it's so outdated and not in like a cute vintage way. It's like not in a good way. Anyways.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Tangent there. But anyways, that is how I would have ranked them. How would you have ranked them?
I think I would have done the same. You know, I wouldn't have minded seeing Claudia up there. I love Claudia. I was a Claudia stan. But again, she like didn't really have a couple. Mm-hmm. But I think I pretty much agree with your ranking. Sammy and Tom first, Lon and Rana. I literally don't even care at this point. And then maybe Jesse, Will 3rd, Kai and Sanam 4th. Yeah. And then Shaq and Tanya at the bottom.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Shania. Okay, so now that we're all like caught up on their social medias, we're finally starting to get some glimpses into the post-Villa cliques, which, you know, you kind of love to see. It seems like Sammy and Claudia are staying pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy was really upset when Claudia left, and Tom was really upset when Casey left. So it makes sense that they're like kind of a group now. Casey and Claudia have, I guess, resolved things because they're hanging out as friends now. And we watched an interview with Sammy and Tom where they were asked about the Casey Claudia situation, and they said that like they're just friends. Like clearly they had like some sort of connection in the villa, and so they're like working off of that like friendship connection they had, which is nice.
I can see it just being a non-issue. Like, I can kind of see, like, once you leave the villa, like, just the drama is just kind of over, or at least the dramatization, and you can kind of, like, move past it. And I imagine Claudia probably got, like, icked out by Casey.
Yeah, I would if I were her.
I mean, I would too, yeah.
And she's probably got a lot coming for her, so.
She's absolutely stunning. Like, I love her. I saw Olivia hanging out with Rosie, which was kind of interesting.
It's an interesting pairing, because Rosie does not seem like snaky in the way that Olivia just.
I think sucks. Olivia needs like a little minion kind of, because that's what Lana was, like a yes man.
I wonder if they're post Villa like as close as they were. I wonder. I feel like Lana, even though it didn't like happen to our eyes, like kind of got tired of Olivia. I could picture her like maybe getting like a little fed up with Olivia's drama, like liking her at first like we did, but then realizing that she's like kind of a lot. Yeah. And maybe like not really wanting to hang with her outside of the villa.
Lana's just like such a yes man, and like she's just so nice and kind of like docile that like, and she's also just kind of like dumb. I'm sorry. Like she's a little dumb. I mean, I'm sure she's like a smart, like intelligent person, but like
no common sense.
No common sense. Like I feel like if I were talking to her, I'd be like, all right, Lana, keep up. Let's go. Yeah. So we've got that, and then we watched a little bit of Ellie. Remember her with the stringy blonde hair? Her YouTube video, she was like all buddy with Jesse. So maybe there was some sort of like friend connection that they had.
They all got together for the reunion, which is not available on Hulu.
It's so fucked.
Which is so annoying. Maybe we can like VPN real quick. Try and watch it. But I would love to see that and just see the dynamics there. Because, like, even all the Casa people come back. Like, our Queen Lydia.
R.I.P. I want her to hang out with the Love Island A-team.
Yeah, you know? But she never would because it's Sammy. And,
I know.
Yeah.
And who was Anna Mae hanging out with? Didn't we see her hanging out with someone?
I can't remember who it was. I don't know. She's just, like, trying to cling on to anything she can.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That girl's clinging. And then Tanyelle, my queen. Poor Winnell. I miss Tanyelle. I was kind of a Tanyelle stan.
Yeah, she brought a good dose of drama and also, like, funny personality to the villa. I would have liked to see her go further.
Yeah, I would have too. But she's just, like, such a woman. She can't handle any of those pussies.
Yeah.
Like, Casey, like, ugh, that would never work. I don't even know what, like, who would Tanyelle even be with?
Tom,
honestly. Tom's the only, like, man.
Yeah, he was.
And, like, Ron. He's like, man.
Yeah, I could have seen, I mean, they had that, like, weird, like.
Okay, and when we went back in those episodes, like, Tanyelle was admitting, she was like, yeah, I like Tom. Like, Ron. Oh, my God, sorry.
Yeah, she did, like, profess to him her feelings.
And they kind of just squashed it. And then did that whole, like, best friends thing.
No.
They were never best friends. No. And, like, that kiss, I still think about it.
Yeah. That's not how that works.
Yeah. Okay, so any other thoughts before we wrap up?
Not really. Yeah, I feel like we did some good coverage for this season. Sad that it's over. Glad that it happened.
Me too. I'm kind of ready to have my life back a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see like how they grow together, which couples stay together.
Yeah. Who do you think's most likely to stay together forever?
I do think Tanya and Shaq will stay together. I don't really see them straying from each other. I hope Sammy and Tom, but they're so young and hot that like I don't know. It's doubtful for me that they'll stay together long term. Kai and Sanam I could see staying together. Yeah. And Will and Jesse, we'll see.
I don't think Shaq and Tanya will last.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like have a ton of backup for it, but Tanya, like, I don't know. It was just, we've seen her true colors a little bit. I don't even think she wants to settle down. But I do see Kai and Sanam staying together. And like Sammy and Tom, when we were in that YouTube video we watched, they said we're going to move in together in a year.
Yeah, they did say they wanted to.
So they're thinking long term.
But I wonder how much, like, once they leave the villa, like, how much they ride out the relationship for, like, press purposes. Yeah. And, like, how long, you know, like, is it how long it's real until they break up, you know?
I know, yeah. Because they're going to have this huge, like, wave of fame. They're all doing their little HelloFresh endorsements. And a lot of them, podcasts, signed to talent agencies, some of them. Like, they've got all these interviews with, like, Cosmo and podcasts. So that's going to die down.
It bodes well for them to stay together during this, like, flurry of fame post-Villa.
And people are, like, staking out at bars looking for them, which is exactly what we would be doing.
Yeah, we already looked at flights to London.
We looked at flights to London. To Barnsley. And trains to Barnsley.
Yeah, so we'll see. Like, that's what I thought of Ekin-Su and Davide, who won last season. I really thought they were riding it out for, like, you know, the fame and stuff, but they're still together, so perhaps not. But I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll see. I hope they'll stay together. Before we go, Zoe, do you want to give some of our impressions that we've done?
Beach Hut Bonanza. In the last Unseen Bits, they did impressions in the Beach Hut Bonanza thing. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do our own version of that. So we have Claudia, who we cannot stop saying that part where she goes, "You date me, you date my family."
We say it constantly. Like, I even just mutter it to myself around the house. "You date me, you date my family."
You date me, you date my family. And we've, like, made, like, alterations to it. Like, "You date me, you date my Barnsley."
Barnsley. Because that's what Tom says where Tom's from. Barnsley.
And then, of course, us Northerners got to stick together.
Yeah, that's what Tom says, you know, to Claudia. When they do the Snog, Marry, Pie challenge, he's like, "Us Northerners, we got to stick together."
Got to stick together.
It's such a, like, gruff sound, like Barnsley.
Yeah, it's a weird accent.
My family.
Next, we gave a little sneak peek of our Lana impression. She sounds like she perpetually has, like, a bubble stuck in her throat. Mm-hmm. So she's just like, yeah. Like, when Ron's like... Right, so, like, Lorna, you want to be my girlfriend? Yeah. Aww, that's so sweet. Yeah.
Like, she's great. She's,
yeah, Ron's like, right, like, Lorna, like, she's a fit bird. I, like, want to make her my missus and everything. Like,
that's the game. I'm not that good at this, but, like, he's like, you know, you comment, you get your drama, and he does a lot with the hands, you know? That's so sweet. And then Jesse, this is a classic. Why, Wheel? It's so silly. Wheel.
Why, Wheel?
It's so silly.
So silly. And then last but not least.
This one's a little more niche. Not sure if you guys have picked up on this.
There was one moment. And then we just started, like, noticing it more. The Islanders love to respond to, like, in conversation to say, really? Like, really? Like, I don't know. That's, like, their response to so many things. There was one moment when Will was like, really?
And he, like, juts his mouth out, like, really far. And he did it so much. Like, he did it the most. He's like, really?
Yeah.
So anytime we would see it, we would just say, really?
Really?
And then this one's a little more visual, but when Will, like, leaned in for a kiss with Layla on the terrace, he started from, like, 50 feet away. And, like, you know that meme of, like, when guys lean in for a kiss, but they're, like, really far away, and then they, like, close their eyes and like,
the ugliest face.
But it's, like, such a far journey to travel.
Yeah.
Like, he, like, closed his eyes and, like, traveled so far with his mouth and, like, his hand out, like, gesturing to her face.
Yeah, we had to replay that. It was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So the one that we've been doing the most around the house is it's the way that Shaq says Tanya. And we've kind of been doing it like throughout the last episodes because we can't really say Tanya without doing it. But he would just say like Tanya.
Tanya. Tanya.
It was just such a like weird break in the cadence of like how he talks, and he'd be like, and during Casa, me and Tanya. Like it was an audio being spliced in.
Yeah.
Tanya.
Tanya.
And then naturally Zoe and I have just taken it and run with it.
Yeah. So it's slowly become like more skeptical. So it's not Tanya, it's Tanya.
Tanya. We've been doing this around the house for weeks.
Tanya.
So it's like it starts like Tanya, Tanya, and then it's like Tanya.
Your mouth just gets smaller.
And then it like gets to a point where like you don't even move your mouth, where it's like Tanya. And it's the best if you're just like not sure about something and you're like Tanya. Like, where did I leave my shirt? Tanya. Tanya.
That's about it, I think.
That's about it. Well, thank you guys so much for keeping up with us. And this has been so much fun. I'm sad that it's over. When do you think we'll get the next season? Is it one a year?
I think they do like a warm season or they do like the South Africa villa for when it's winter in London, but then when it's like summer in the EU, they do Spain or something like that. So I don't know. I can't remember the schedule, but hopefully within less than a year.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening, and thank you so much, Zoe, for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.